Hello Aries, welcome to this reading. We're going to be taking a look at the career and financial energy for the sign of Aries for the month of July. Now Aries, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Now I do not offer personal readings, and I will not send you a message on any platform. So do not get scammed. Let's go ahead and see what we have here for you, Aries. Now I am using the Gilded Tarot, the Rider-Waite Tarot, and the Kipper Oracle deck. There are links to all of these decks in the description below if you'd like to purchase them for yourself. I'd also ask that you hit the like button and subscribe, as it really does help my channel grow in a big way. Let's go and get all of the cards out here. All right, let me make sure everything's in view. And we'll get right into it. I think that's looking just about good enough to me. I'll also take 3 of these Kipper cards to clarify as we go along. All right. Energy on the bottom. You have the Queen of Swords. So, Queen of Swords, really nice card to find in a finance reading. Reason being, or a career and finance reading. Reason being is this is somebody who has a laser focus on their tasks, on their goals, on their priorities. I always like to say, for me, Queen of Swords is the assassin of the tarot. And I mean that in a good way. They will hone in on their objective, on their target, on their goal, and they will not let anything stop them from completing it. And so you can really use the Queen of Swords energy to help you and overcome something or complete something or finish something. Queen of Swords is, this is somebody who will not mince words, okay? This is very precise communication. This can be somebody who gives you wise counsel. If it's not you, it can be somebody who gives you wise counsel in your career situation, okay? Somebody that is, somebody who's kind of capable of helping you in your career and giving you some wise counsel. So yeah, let's just dive into this a little bit more. In the overall message here, you do have the High Priestess. So this is interesting because while the Queen of Swords might be somebody who's, capable of, helping you out in terms of a business, in terms of business or even legal, the Queen of Swords can be something, can be like a lawyer or somebody who works in legal professions. The High Priestess is also somebody who can give you wise counsel. It's just different. The High Priestess is like a way shower in the tarot. This is somebody who I like to associate with like a therapist. They don't always have to be a therapist, but it is like that type of energy, okay, like a traditional therapist. This is somebody who could also be a spiritual leader, okay, because the High Priestess actually sits at the front of a spiritual temple, and they're holding like a scroll, they're holding like a spiritual text. You can't see it in this illustration, but that is sort of the message of the High Priestess. So this can be somebody who really shows you the way, right? I do feel like there are people here that can help. And it's interesting because a couple of other signs have had this message, but you actually have, okay, so I just need to kind of encapsulate everything here. You have the High Priestess and the Queen of Cups next to each other, which are the 2 most intuitive cards in the tarot from my perspective. And so on one hand, I think some of you are trusting your intuition about a move to make, about where you should put your focus. On the other hand, I do think that there are people who are ready and willing to help you if you need help on something for your career. This may be matching you with a new employer. This might be you asking for a raise. This might be you needing to get additional training or something. There could be some people ready to help you. And we'll talk about that more as we go along. But in the past, you have the 7 of Pentacles, you have the Hierophant, and you have the Justice card. So this is a really good situation for you. You actually have a very, very good reading here. Not a single challenging card. The 7 of Pentacles can refer to long-term investments paying off. Okay, you can see that this person is sort of grown their harvest here on the tree. They have planted this tree a long time ago, and now the pentacles are ready to be picked, right? Their investment is ripe and ready to do something. They're ready to do something with their investment. And obviously not financial advice, but this person, you can see that they are sort of, they have their basket, they have the ladder, and they're thinking, okay, do I take the harvest now and move in a new direction, or do I allow this to continue growing? They're in a really good spot. They're in a good position in terms of their money, because either way, it's sort of like a no-win or a no-fail situation here. I think some of you are recognizing this because this is in the row of your thoughts. You're realizing that, yeah, I've done pretty good for myself here on something. And yeah, you could be in that position. You could also be thinking about what you need to do in order to get to that position, or you could be dreaming of, that time coming for you in the future, which I think is possible here with some of these cards. Now you have the Hierophant, which can indicate your organization, the place that you work, the team that you're a part of, especially if you work like in a 9 to 5, or you work like in an office setting, but it might be a larger organization. That's certainly there with the Hierophant. And so it's also mentor energy. It can be a mentor as well. I wonder if some of you are getting mentorship, or maybe you are doing mentors. Maybe you have an apprentice or something along those lines. You have this Justice card as well, which I love to see here for you. First and foremost, some of you might be in a legal situation here. Not legal advice, but it seems like things are going very well for you, because the Justice card is the biggest card of a legal situation in the tarot. And then you have this Queen of Swords energy as well. But the thing is, you have really nice results. You have a results card here, and you have happiness here. And so it looks good in that situation, but obviously not everybody's going to be dealing with legal situations. So what that Justice card really says is that you have good karma around you, right? And really just understand that the karma, your karma is just the amount of action, the accumulation of actions that you take. And so it seems like you've taken good action. You've taken proper action here to set something up for the long term, or you now know what it is that you need to do that for yourself. The Justice card really says that at the end of the day, all parties get the outcome that they deserve. Now, in the current situation, you have the Two of Wands, you have the High Priestess, and you have the Ace of Cups. So we see total happiness here coming in for you. And it's not just because you have the Ace of Cups below, but we also have the Ten of Cups next to it. So the Ace would be number 1. That's the beginning of the journey of the Cups suit. And then the Ten of Cups would be the last card in the suit of Cups. And so we see you starting something and completing something, going through a cycle quickly here. And this cycle giving you happiness in your life. Ace of Cups can talk about you, take a look here, connecting to a vision, or if you take a look at the eyeball here, creating a vision for what could be in this cup. And so it's possible that some of you are doing some visualization techniques, especially if you're like, okay, I'm not here yet. When I was talking about the Seven of Pentacles, some of you may be creating a vision on what you need to do to get there, and seeing what that might look like for you, visualizing it in your mind, and maybe even creating a vision board, which, by the way, there's a whole lot of research on visualization and how powerful that is in our lives. Visualization can be huge in business situations. It's not like, it's not fake. The visualization has real benefits. And so I do wonder if some of you are doing that, especially because you have this High Priestess energy in the middle. High Priestess is really, again, a card indicating intuition, spirituality. It does say that perhaps there's a mystery. It does say that perhaps there's a mystery in your life, in that there could be secrets or hidden knowledge or hidden information. It's almost like, the thing is, this lower row is what you can't see. And I do feel like there could be something that maybe shocks you a little bit, or just catches you by surprise about how well, it's like when you have the Ace of Cups and the Ten of Cups next to each other in the lower row, that's like major happiness, but it's happiness that you don't see coming because it's in the lower row. And so it's almost like that, if anything, that's what's hidden, and it's probably a good thing. You have this Two of Wands. Two of Wands is about a path to take. I think every sign almost has had this, or the majority of the signs this week have had this. This month, have had this. But Two of Wands is like just needing to choose, right? It's choices, decision, options. And the Wands card is, the Wand suit is the suit of work, career, enterprise. And so there's a decision that's going to be made here for you soon. The worst thing you could do is not act, right? The worst thing that you could do is not act. So don't stay at the fork in the road too long. That's really what, that's one of the things with the Two of Wands. In the future, you have the Knight of Pentacles, you have the Queen of Cups, and you have the Ten of Cups. So, I mean, I love all the cups here. Cups in, like I said, in career and finance. You know, this is about happiness. This is about your joy. This is about your vision. This is about creative projects. This is about creative energy, just generally putting creative energy out into the world. And so I really like this. Again, you have somebody here, you have like the two therapy cards that I find in the tarot with the High Priestess and the Queen of Cups, or the two cards indicating a therapist. I do wonder if maybe some of you are maybe getting coaching from somebody. Maybe it's not a traditional therapist. Maybe you're doing business coaching, or maybe you are a coach yourself, Aries. This could maybe be something that you do as well. Yeah, there's something here. I think there's something here about coaching for some of you, whether you're taking advantage of it or you're doing it for a side hustle or for your full-time job. That's not going to be everybody, but I do think some of you are doing that. I think you're getting counsel from somebody, and I think it's because you probably have been looking for that. And sometimes we do need. It's like I'll never forget. Like before I was a tarot reader, I was a web developer, and it's like coming into my first job ever, out of college, out of an internship, I thought I knew everything. And then I got to the job and I found out that I didn't know anything. And the amount of knowledge that I learned on the job was like 800 times more than the knowledge I learned in my internship, in my degree, in my college studies. And it's like sometimes we just need to see somebody else do the work, or sometimes we need somebody to coach us through something that has real life experience. And for whatever reason, I felt the need to share that. It's like maybe some of you are learning from somebody. You have the Knight of Pentacles, which is really a nice card of results in the material realm or the financial realm or the financial world or the material world. So this could be some type of event coming in here for sure for you. And I definitely feel like this could happen, especially because you have this Ten of Cups down here. Ten of Cups is like, it's like the feeling of having all 10 cups overflowing. Remember, this is important. This doesn't really happen often when you have like number 1, the Ace, next to number 10, the completion. So it's like you're starting something here now. You're planting a seed now. You don't realize, with the High Priestess indicating maybe something's hidden, what this might even move into. Like you don't realize maybe how good that this thing could be. And I think that may be kind of the theme of this month for you in July. Let's go ahead and take a look at these 3 cards. Well, I was not expecting this because this is an incredibly good reading. So you have Coffin, Poverty, and Bad Health. Okay, so the thing is, sometimes we have to give something up to get something else here. And I'm really just going to take the other 3 cards here on top because, or I guess 4, it just doesn't make sense to me. Sometimes this happens in a reading. So you have Courtship, High Honor, Journey, and Message of Concern. Somebody's interested in hiring you here with the Courtship, High Honor, and Journey card. And the Message of Concern is maybe you saying, maybe you delivering the news to your current place or to somebody else that you're moving on. That could certainly be the case. Again, this is definitely not a reading of loss. So that Poverty, Coffin, and Bad Health card is probably around your thoughts. Okay, it's probably around your thoughts. Again, this is an extremely good reading. So if you don't feel like taking those, you certainly don't have to. You have free will. Let's go and take a look at these other cards. So you have the Hanged Man, you have the 3 of Wands, you have the 8 of Pentacles, not surprised, the Ace of Cups, 3 of Pentacles, and the 7 of Swords. So the 8 of Pentacles is another major apprentice card. It's actually the biggest card indicating a talent in the tarot. But this person is sort of, and the 3 of Pentacles actually, you can see that they are getting apprenticeship here. And so they're actually showing off their work, but in other illustrations of the card, you'll see this person getting apprenticeship. And you actually have the 2 major ones plus the Hierophant indicating mentorship. And so whether it's apprentice or it's a mentor or it's something like that, you are absolutely getting knowledge from other people that are helping you in a certain way here, I feel, at this time. I would definitely, the Seven of Swords is a card of potential like deception. I don't love that it's next to the Three of Pentacles, because that's a classic combination of workplace chatter or workplace gossip. Somebody may be stirring the pot. But, you know, given how overwhelmingly positive this reading is, I would just say that this is probably more about you creating a game plan for yourself here, which can also be implied with the Seven of Swords. Ace of Cups twice, you're certainly creating a vision for your happiness and what you want that to look like for yourself. Sometimes you have to give something up to get something else, like I've said here with these oracle cards, but that's really the definition of the Hanged Man. And then you also have the Three of Wands, which is going on some type of big adventure or journey in your life. On the bottom, you have the Empress. It's a huge fertility and abundance sign in a tarot reading. So sky's the limit, right? I mean, I'm excited for you here, Aries. This is an incredibly good reading. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Really appreciate you. I will see you in the next reading.